Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am Tone, and welcome to this new channel I'm starting. I've just been broadcasting college sports at SF State, and I've been wanting to start something like this for a little bit now. And I love college basketball, so I thought this would be a great way to start, just breaking down the round of 64, all the games that we've got Thursday and Friday. Welcome. No real plan so far for what we're really going to do with this channel. Probably just a bunch of sports media videos kind of like this one here and there. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's jump right into the round of 64. It's Louisville versus Creighton starting things off on Thursday. I think it's going to be Louisville. This game's giving people trouble early. They don't know which way to go. I think Louisville has the better offense, defense. They rebound better, and they take care of the ball. And I trust their scorers more. Terrence Edwards, Chucky Hepburn, both average 16 a game. I just never know what I'm going to get from Ashworth on Creighton, the three-point shooter. It's inconsistent. So I'm going to go with Louisville. I trust them more, and I think they're the better team. And moving right along to the second game, it's Purdue, who has the best or one of the best guards in the country in Braden Smith, averaging 16 a game as well. And I don't know if High Point has a player like that. Oh my. Who's that? Is that Trey Benham? Holy cow. Drive to the rack, young man. Prehistoric Selly. Oh! Give me High Point and Trey Benham in their first tournament in school history. And fair warning, this is a pick with the heart, but that's why you make two brackets. One bracket, you really use the brain, and another bracket, use the heart. This is what I want to happen. Love High Point. Love Trey Benham. Good group of guys. I hope they can get it done versus Purdue. In all honesty, though, Purdue might overpower them. So we'll see. On to Montana versus Wisconsin. And some of these we'll just breeze by. They're a little easier. Montana's not a good basketball team. Wisconsin is. They got a draft prospect, John Tanji. So Wisconsin deserves to be a 3 seed. Good team. The only problem here could be tired legs, but it should be an easy one versus Montana. Houston, another one where it's Edwardsville, the 16 seed Houston's playing, no shot. Houston's so good. I know you hear about Houston all the time, and it's like Houston this, Houston that. When are they going to win it? This Houston team has the potential to win it. They are very good. And next game right after that's another 1 seed versus 16 seed. It's Auburn versus Alabama State, who played last night. And Alabama State didn't look very good. That was an exciting game. That's fun. That's March. We loved it. But those boys can't play. Auburn will destroy them. And Auburn did lose 3 of 4 games coming into the tournament. So keep that in mind. No team has ever won March Madness losing 3 of their last 4 games in the regular season. So that Auburn could be the first. We'll see. Maybe they were just taking it a little easy. Auburn had the 1 seed locked up for a while. So it might be one of those situations where Auburn is just trying to turn the corner or turn it on once the tournament starts. But I don't know if you can do that. We're just going to have to take Coach Bruce Pearl's word on that one with what he said about his team.
Three-point line defense is I got bigs that can get out there and guard guards. I got bigs that can get out there and guard guards. And my guards aren't pussies. They're going to go down there and bang a little bit. You know, they're getting out.
All right, thanks, Bruce. Moving right along to the next game. It's Clemson versus McNeese. McNeese is catching 7.5 points here. They were a popular 12 seed last tournament. I think people were a year early on them. I think they're a much better team this year. I still don't think they're going to win, though. Clemson is a great team. They won 9 of their last 10 before losing to Louisville. Chase Hunter is a great point guard. So, unfortunately for McNeese, I think it's going to be another one round and out for them. I don't think they're going to be the 12 seed to do it. Tough shit, McNeese. Sorry. On to the next one. VCU versus BYU. BYU is, when they're hot from 3, it's incredible. I haven't seen 3-point shooting like this since the 2016 Warriors. These Mormons can let the ball fly. But that being said, VCU is a great team. They won the A-10. Not an easy conference, even though many people haven't heard of it. And this VCU team can really play. This has potential to be one of the better games of the round of 64. But I'm going to take BYU. The way they shot versus Iowa State in the conference tournament, I can't get out of my head. I had nightmares about it. I bet on Iowa State that game. Give me BYU. I think the winner of this game, though, could go deep. Whether it is VCU or BYU, the winner of this game has a chance to go deep in this tournament. And if it is BYU versus Wisconsin second round, that'll be a treat. All right, on to the next game. Georgia versus Gonzaga. This one I didn't think about too much. I think it's got to be Gonzaga. They've won they haven't won. They've been to 9 Sweet 16s in a row. These guys haven't missed the Sweet 16 since 2015. I'm going to take them to win the first round. I think they're the better team. Give me Gonzaga. I don't think they're going to the Sweet 16 this year, though. They won't make it 10 times in a row, but they're going to win this first game. And moving along to Tennessee versus Wofford. This is another one we could breeze by. Tennessee, amazing defense. They should just crush Wofford. They could run into Kentucky, though, and Tennessee has lost to Kentucky already twice this season, so that could be a big one for them in the tournament if Tennessee gets that far. All right, moving along to another big one. It's Arkansas versus Kansas. This is a matchup between two big head coaches. It's Bill Self versus Calipari. This is going to be an ugly game. This is not going to be a pretty one. Both these teams have struggled and underperformed all season. Kansas came into the season number 1 overall in the country preseason, and they finished the season not even ranked in the top 25. So I'm going to take Kansas. Kansas has the more talented team. They're better than Arkansas in every way. They just got to show up for one game. Just show up for one game. Both of these teams, disgusting to watch. This will not be a pretty game to watch, but it should be a good one, and it's just going to be about who shows up. There was the one game I bet on Arkansas. They didn't score for 10 minutes straight, and that really might be the reason I'm taking Kansas, but I think Kansas has the better team. I don't see either of these teams going far. They'll probably both lose to St. John's in the next round, whoever makes it past, but I think it's Kansas. All right, Yale versus Texas A&M. Oof. You guys smell that? Texas A&M fucking stinks, dude. And they are a 4 seed because they played well in the SEC. Is the SEC overrated? We'll find out. I don't like Texas A&M. All they do is rebound. At least they have that. But they're just not a great team. They're going to win this game, though. They're not going far in this tournament. They are going to beat Yale. So give me Texas A&M. Drake versus Mizzou. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Drake versus Missouri is one that a lot of people have an upset on their bracket. They have Drake beating Missouri. Drake's got a scorer named Ben Sturtz who averages 19 a game. But the thing about Drake is the pace of play. They play so slow. Slowest team in the country. Every single shot is down to the last second on the shot clock. So it's going to be about who drives the pace of this game because Missouri likes to play quick, and they've got a great offense. This is a year for Missouri where it's one of those situations where they just got the right group of guys together, and their offense is clicking. So whoever dictates the pace of play in this game will win. I'm going to take Drake because I'd like to see it. Utah State versus UCLA. You saw what happened to that Mountain West team yesterday, San Diego State. They got absolutely boat raced by North Carolina, and that's why you can't usually trust the Mountain West. The Mountain West, such a fun conference to watch during the regular season, but for some reason, the way they play basketball, it does not translate to the NCAA tournament most of the time, and that's what you saw yesterday with San Diego State and UNC. So for this one, for that reason, I'm going to take UCLA. Utah State, they don't play defense, and I think UCLA will just overwhelm them. Next one, Omaha, St. John's. Another easy one. St. John's ran through the Big East this season. Head coach Rick Pitino, legend. I really like the St. John's team. They play fast, quick, tough, vertical. They rebound, play defense. They're everything you want. I could see the St. John's team making a run. This will be an easy win versus Omaha. Next game, UC San Diego versus Michigan. This is a highly anticipated matchup, and Michigan should never have been in this position. They won their conference tournament, and they got a 5 seed. They really should have been a 4, and not only were they a 5 seed, now they have to play the toughest 12 seed maybe in tournament history. UC San Diego is top 30 defense on KenPom. They got a point guard in Tate Jones who averages 19 a game. And there's easily a path to victory for UC San Diego in this game as a 12 seed. Michigan turns the ball over 14 times a game, and UCSD forces turnovers. So that's a path to victory right there for UC San Diego if they can force turnovers. But ultimately, I think Michigan will win this game. They got a couple 7-footers. UC San Diego has never seen a team like this, and I think the whole world's going to be on UC San Diego, so it'll end up just be Michigan. And last game of the day is Tech versus UNCW. This is an easy one for Texas Tech. UNCW sucks. yeah, this is not a problem. Texas Tech could go deep in this tournament as well, just like St. John's. So easy first round matchup there. Friday games, it starts with Baylor versus Mississippi State. And once again, do you smell that? Just like Texas A&M, this Mississippi State team just stinks. I don't like them at all. Every big game I watch, Mississippi State loses. They don't play defense like they used to. I don't really love their offense. So I think Baylor is honestly the better team here all around. I'll take Baylor there. It's only a 1.5 point spread, and Baylor is the underdog. Both of these teams are not going far, though. Duke will most likely play Baylor or Mississippi State in the second round and kill them. So next game, Robert Morris versus Bama. This is another easy one. Bama 2 seed. They shoot lights out. It's Final Four or bust for that Bama team. Nelson's a game time decision. They're a big player for Bama, so we'll see what happens there. But Marcus Sears, 18 points a game, should lead the way for Bama easily in that game. Final Four or bust, like I said, for Bama. Now Iowa State versus Lipscomb. Should be an easy one for Iowa State. Iowa State has been a great team all season. Earlier on in the season, it looked like they could be a number 1 seed. End up in the 3 seed. Then they're missing a star player, Keyshawn Gilbert, so we'll see if that affects them later on in the tournament. But I think these first couple rounds should not be a problem for Iowa State. I could see them meeting Michigan State. I think it's in the Sweet 16. And next game, Memphis versus CSU, Colorado State. This is the 12-5 matchup that I like. There's always one 12 seed that beats a 5 seed. I think this is it right here. I talked a lot of shit about the Mountain West, but occasionally they get a good team who can go far in the tournament. You saw it with San Diego State when they got to the Final Four. I like Colorado State here. I think they're the better team all around. Memphis, though, they do have P.J. Haggerty. He averages 20 points a game. He's insane. So if he goes crazy, Memphis could obviously win. But I think all around, Colorado State's the better team here. Colorado State finished the season on a 10-game winning streak as well. Sorry, I just want to put that in there. Next game, Vandy versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's has been great all season. They struggled versus Gonzaga, but besides that, they dominated. And I know you're like, all right, well, Gonzaga's the only team they really play. Fuck you. St. Mary's is a good team, and I see them winning this game. They have great defense. They rebound, and I think St. Mary's versus Bama is a matchup we'll see in the future. Ole Miss versus UNC. Now, this is a big one. UNC is a favorite over Ole Miss somehow after barely making the tournament. But they blew out San Diego State last night. And I think that might be a little biased right there because of how good they played yesterday. I think that's why they made UNC the favorite. That being said, out of those first 4 play-in games, there's always a team who wins and just goes on a little run in the tournament. And it looks like that could be UNC, but I think Ole Miss is a better team. I like their coach, Chris Beard. I think they just shut the noise down. Ole Miss beats UNC. Get that out of there. Shouldn't even be in the tournament. Forget about it. Grand Canyon University versus Maryland. Love Maryland. They got Derek Queen, the center. He's averaging a double-double. They got a top 30 offense and defense on KenPom. This Maryland team was underrated coming into the season. No one thought they would be anything. They're really good. Maryland can beat anyone on any given day. Give me Maryland that first round. Florida versus Norfolk State. This is easy one, quick one. Florida. I don't know if there's a better team in the country than Florida, and I know that's not an uncommon take right now. Most brackets have either Florida or Duke winning it all. This Florida team is so good. Next, Troy versus Kentucky. This is a game where if Coach Cal was still at Kentucky, they might lose. But no. Kentucky's going to win this game. Kentucky does not go deep in this tournament, though. They don't rebound. They don't play defense. Kentucky beats Troy, but they're not going deep in this tournament. Now, Lobos versus Marquette. This is a game I've been waiting for. And this is, so I don't want to take more than 2 Mountain West teams. I think that's a rule. Lobos are the second. It's Colorado State and then Lobos. So the Lobos are taking on Marquette, and they rebound. They play D. They've got a player, Donovan Dent, who averages 20 a game. I love this Lobos team. Get behind the Lobos. Take the Lobos here. Akron versus Arizona. Akron had a really good season, looked great in the conference tournament. It was a team I was looking at where, okay, Akron's maybe one of those teams that can have an upset here and there, but they got a horrible matchup. Arizona's great, and they're minus 14.5. I don't see Akron winning. I see Arizona going to the second round versus Oregon, but we'll get there. UConn versus Oklahoma. This is one where both of these teams, again, I don't think either of them are going far in the tournament, but I have UConn win this one. They're 5.5-point favorites. And second to last game of the round of 64, it's Michigan State versus Bryant State. Michigan State's so impressive this season, 13-5 record in Quad 1. I could see Michigan State going all the way to the Final Four. That being said, on to the last game, Liberty versus Oregon. Oregon didn't really impress me this season, but they finished the season super hot. They won, I think, 7 or 8 in a row at the end of the season. They should win this game. Liberty, they just shoot threes. Liberty only shoots threes. They suck from the free throw line, but they are great from three. It's crazy. And they don't rebound. So they'll just chuck threes, no rebound, get back on defense. Oregon will lose this game if Liberty makes their threes. All of them. All of them. They have to make all of them. But so most likely Oregon wins this game. And that's it for the round of 64.